Hi, it's Eldin here from Mind Body Project. So we're going to continue on with the questions. So this one we've got: are alternative health treatments for depression dangerous? Not when you look at the stats. What you've got to understand is, like, for example, antidepressants. This isn't publicised out there that much. This never goes on the news. But like, antidepressants kill more people than cocaine, ecstasy, cannabis, amphetamines combined. Yeah, each year. So that's what they, as I said, that's what they do. In America, drugs or prescribed drugs kill over 100,000 people a year. So that's in the stats. It's like, well, hang on a minute then. If that's the case, then what the hell's going on? They don't publicise that. You're not going to get told that. They're not going to make that public, or otherwise the whole system will fall down, and then everyone will stop having the drugs, and then the pharmaceutical companies will stop paying the government. There's my little rant over with. Listen, I still think there's a place for like, sometimes you do need some medication. Sometimes you do. To have it so that you're going on and living with it, or having it after a long period of time, or taking 20 pills like every day, then that's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. So there needs to be, again, for me, an integrative approach. For example, like in America now, you've got doctors who are trained in medical side, and they're trained in a lot of the alternative stuff, so they can do both. And they said, well, listen, that the medical side does not fulfill all the stuff that we need it to fulfill. So therefore, we need to use some of the alternative therapies and stuff. And a lot of doctors are starting to question the word alternative health. They're saying, listen, it's all health. The problem is like, does it work or doesn't it work? That's the only thing. That's the only answers it need, not alternative health and medical health. It's like, it should be put together and just like, does it work or doesn't it? Yeah, does this thing here that I'm using work or doesn't it? And that's the way that they're sort of looking over there now. So I'm sure that will come over to here in the future. We need to get in check here though, because it's still, for me, a bit more medical side, and not really too much with the alternative sides. But we are changing, and the paradigm shift is happening. We are changing. More people around worldwide actually go with alternative health therapies now, or alternative health. There's more people in the world that will do that rather than the conventional healthcare now. So yeah, people are actually going to that. They're using that more often. They're having, and the reason why they keep using it more and more often, the reason why it's growing absolutely exponentially, is because people are getting really, really good results by doing that. So, and that includes eating. Alternative health is eating. Can you believe? It's like, wow, really? That should be a primary thing. It's like, what is? Again, it's all to do with drugs. It seems it's all to do with drug. If you don't know how to give drugs, then that means everything is alternative, and that's the way it unfortunately is, or surgeries and all that as well. But yeah, if you're not giving people drugs, then you don't really, as I said, it's really done in a way where there's a lot of red tape and restrictions around what you can do. I mean, for example, what I would say is that someone who has sort of major depression, I don't work with those people, or if I do work with them, then what I would do is I work in with psychiatrists, psychologists, or whoever they're working with. They should be working with someone as well, because again, just as I said, I have to protect me, and also it's the client that sort of needs both. Remember, if I said what I said, dysfunction here, the client's here, then that's not where I come in. I don't come in until about here. So that client needs to work to this point where they've made some progress, and then I will come in and take them to excellence from there. So that's why I say there is a place for both, So alternative health. So I'm very careful when it comes around here. As I said, I'll have an assessment. It depends on what they're doing. Depends on if they're feeling suicidal. Because, as I said, the more help you can get, the better. As I said, some people are gonna, again, it'll be easier for someone who, especially someone who wants to talk a lot, someone who's just wants to be listened to. They probably need someone like a counsellor or someone with psychology to work on a few issues, and then I'll come and do it from there when it gets to more moderate or mild. So it's just, again, for me, I can see where everything fits together, but some people will think, hey, I can do this, and is it necessarily best for the client for that to happen? And it's all about the client, you. That's what I'm thinking about, which is the best here, because I've been used to working with teams of people anyway, so, and getting different organisations involved. I've done that before, so. But yeah, it's not it's not the comparison to conventional medicine. I mean, I'm telling you that antidepressants kill a lot of people a year. So you make the judgment on that one.